So the other day I had a conversation with a train driver and a paramedic. I picked them up and it was the middle of the week and they just come out some fancy hotel down West End. I said, oh, you're not on strike. Oh, you're on strike and, you're just living life. I said, no. But anyway, we got talking and we were talking about what it's like to be a train driver and he talked about the politics and all of that. I won't get into that this time. But what he did say was he talked about the sad thing of people who throw themselves on the train tracks. And this was really interesting because what he pointed out, he said it's happened to him twice. And I said, I feel sorry for you. That's a really selfish way to go, for those people who commit suicide, in the sense of, if you're going to cop yourself, do it privately or what have you, but don't do it so publicly and, traumatise other people and things like that. Anyway, he went on to tell me about the situation. Like one guy, he's a young guy, he's been drinking and he just decided his girlfriend had just dumped him. And seeing as they're standing on a railway tracks, she stormed off as they do, and he decided, it's not worth living anymore. And just jumped in front of the train. Now, the funny thing was, the train was slowing down to a stop. So this guy didn't realise that he's at the end of the platform. So when he jumps, when he jumps, the train just stopped. Kind of bounced him. He bounced underneath or hit the tracks, hit the underside of the platform, and this came out quite startled and was like, yeah, that kind of thing. And later on, the man got an apology letter from the young guy. I think he's 18. Got an apology letter, and he accepted it, and he carried on work. The other time was, there's a young guy, he had decided to jump in the tracks for whatever be the reason, and he jumped. And he didn't jump early enough, you could say. And so what happened, the train hit him, but kind of knocked him back like a pinball, made him hit the fence on the platform, and then he just dropped down. And he's like, oh! Like, you won't be doing that kind of game. My point I'm sorry if I'm laughing because I'm ex-military and I can always see humour in everything. My point was to this man is that you must get really peed off with these kind of people because they really wrecking your day, wrecking your career. And you've been a train driver, you said, since you were like 16. He said, well, actually, he feels sorry for them because he understands that what happens at that present moment, they just go into this dark spirit, like a dark spirit comes over them and they do something reckless. And I thought about it for a while, and I said, I think what we're doing, we're missing out some vital thing. What we're teaching the kids at school. We need to teach them something about relationships, and that you will find somebody in your life who you think the world who would be better than even your own family, and that person will leave and will hurt you or do something stupid and really hurt you. And there's a way to get over it. And I say this because when we're in the military, they teach us about trauma. They teach us that when you're on the battlefield, you're going to get shot, someone's going to get blown up, and this is what you've got to do. If you get blown up and your arm's gone, you can still put a tourniquet on your arm, and along those lines of things. And so when things happen, you naturally do what you're meant to be doing. And this is the same thing I believe for relationships. And quote, I'm not a relationship guru. I'll tell you that now. But this is just my food for thought. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say on this one. And don't forget to like and subscribe.